Session 54 of Unit 5 of Industrial Relations and Labour Legislation of 6th semester BBA of Mangalore University. The Employees State Insurance Act 1948 ESI. The coverage of the Act, administration and the funds. This Act provides medical facilities and unemployment insurance to industrial workers during their illness. Its object is to provide social insurance to workers in respect of three contingencies: sickness, employment injury, and childbirth. It is a compulsory and contributory health insurance scheme. The main features of the Act are as under. First is coverage. The ESI Act 1948 is applicable to all factories employing 20 or more workers. It covers all types of workers, whether manual, supervisory or administrative, whose remuneration, excluding overtime pay, does not exceed the specified salary per month, rupees 21,000 per month. The state government is empowered to extend the Act to cover other establishments with the approval of the central government. In certain times, the scheme has been extended to educational and private medical institutions. Second, administration. The Act is administered by the Employees State Insurance Corporation. It is an autonomous body set up by an Act of central government consisting of the representatives of the central and state government, employers, employees, medical profession and the parliament. Third, funds. Benefits are provided from the Employees State Insurance Fund set up through contribution from employers, employees and various grants, donations and gifts received from central and state governments, local authorities and others. The employer contributes 4.75% of the wage bill, while an employee contributes 1.75% of his wages. Benefits of ESI. First is medical benefit. An insured person and his family is entitled to receive medical benefit free of charge. Medical benefit is of three types. Restricted medical care. It consists of outpatient medical care at dispensaries or panel clinics. These institutions provide drugs, prenatal and postnatal care, consultation with medical officers, family planning and immunization services. Expanded medical care. It involves consultation with specialists, supply of special medicines, X-ray and laboratory tests, calling a doctor to the worker's residence to see a serious case. Full medical care. Hospitalization, specialist advice, drugs and diet are available for inpatients. Next is sickness benefit. It involves payment for maximum period of 91 days per year to the sick worker. The daily rate of sickness benefit is calculated at half of average daily wages. Workers suffering from long-term diseases like tuberculosis, leprosy, etc. are entitled to extend sickness benefit at 62.5% of average wage for a period of 309 days. Next is maternity benefit. An insured woman receives cash benefit for confinement, miscarriage or sickness benefit rate for a period of 12 weeks, 84 days, of which not more than 6 weeks shall precede the expected date of confinement. If the insured woman dies during the period of confinement, her nominee will receive the benefit for the entire period entitled to. So now the 12 weeks benefit may be extended to 6 months. Next is disablement benefit. An insured person is entitled to receive disablement benefit for any injury arising out of and in the course of the employment which lasts for not less than 3 days excluding the day of accident. In case of temporary disablement, full pay is paid in addition to free medical treatment. If the disablement payment is to be made for life, permanent cash payment is to be made for life. Next is dependent benefit. If an insured person dies as a result of an employment accident, his widow and children are entitled to pension. The widow gets it throughout her life or till remarriage. The sons get it up to the age of 18 years, while unmarried daughters get it up to the age of 18 years or marriage, whichever is earlier. Next is funeral benefit. The eldest surviving member of the deceased worker's family is entitled to receive payment for the expenditure incurred on funeral subject to a prescribed maximum. The amount should be claimed within 3 months of the death. An insured person who is entitled to any of these benefits shall not be entitled to receive any similar benefit under any other law. The working of ESI. The Act has provided a much needed protection to workers. However, the ESI scheme is criticized on the grounds that the medical treatment given is not satisfactory and there is delay in providing benefits to insured workers. The Act needs to be enforced more effectively. Assessment. The ESI scheme has been criticized on the following ground. Even within the organized sector, the coverage of the scheme has been somewhat low. The scheme has not been popular with employees and the unions. The state governments too have not shown enthusiasm to implement the provisions of the scheme sincerely. Employees have often complained about the inadequacy of facilities and benefits. Most of them had to spend additional amounts of money for buying medicines not available in ESI dispensaries. There is delay in providing benefits to insured workers. The penalties for any default in payment of contributions by the employer are quite severe, including fine and imprisonment. However, employers are rarely booked for violations on various counts. Reference